Japan, a population in crisis. The world is facing a population crisis. According to the Population Reference Bureau, or PBR, there were 1.6 billion people living on the planet in the year 1900. Today, the Earth's population is over 7 billion. Some fear that the Earth could become overpopulated. This means that the number of people exceeds the amount of resources available. So it might surprise you to learn that some countries, like Japan, are actually trying to convince their citizens to have more children. Population crisis. Japan's population is not growing, it's shrinking. The problem is underpopulation. That means that they have lower population than desired. 7 years ago, Japan's population was at its highest, 128 million. Since then, they have seen a decline of about 1 million per year. The Japanese government fears that Japan's future economy is at risk if this decline continues. Fewer people mean fewer workers to fill jobs. This decline could also lead to weaker military. Additionally, Japan has a large number of elderly people aged 65 and older. They make up about 27% of the population. This aging population is no longer able to work. If this trend continues, the percentage of elderly could reach 40% by the year 2050. This could be devastating to their economy. The cause of the crisis. Several factors can make it difficult for the population to sustain growth. In Japan's case, the declining birth rate is a major problem. Today's Japanese women simply aren't having children. The birth rate at the nation is an average number of births for each woman. A birth rate of 2.1 babies per woman would be ideal. Japan's birth rate, however, has declined to 1.4 births per woman. Recently, the number of births is much lower than the number of deaths. Saying no to marriage. Over time, Japanese youth have become less and less interested in dating and marriage. Traditionally, Japanese marriages were arranged between families up until the 1970s. Today, most single men and women are not even interested in looking for a spouse. In 1975, only 21% of the women under the age of 30 were unmarried. Today, 60% of Japanese women under 30 are unmarried. Japan has a highly educated population of people who are solely focused on their careers. This is causing them to move out of their rural villages and into more urban areas like Tokyo. Tokyo has seen a population increase. Living in the city is very expensive, and many feel they simply cannot afford to raise a family. While the Japanese government is working to convince women under 30 to have more children, many well-educated women have other ideas. In their culture, having a family would mean that they would give up their dream of having a successful career. It is customary in Japan that a wife stay at home to serve her children and husband. Mothers who wish to work find it difficult to find a job and childcare. Additionally, the demands of the Japanese work culture make it very difficult to balance work and family life. The Japanese government knows that some things must change. Prime Minister Shinzo Abe has implemented Womenomics, a policy promoting female participation in the workforce. He has urged employers to create a welcoming environment for women and challenged them to promote women to senior management. He has also promised to expand daycare availability. Many believe this will take some time to be accepted by a culture already so set in their gender roles. Historically, Japan has not been accepting of immigration. They will soon have to face the necessary policy changes to allow more workers and families to migrate there. Allowing this immigration could bring in population more eager to have babies and to raise families.